My name's Burnham, and I've been a member of Temple Israel for 50 years now. And during that 50 years, I have been a board member twice. I've chaired the ritual committee twice. And more recently, I've been involved in the committees that have organized the Pride celebrations at Temple. Rabbi Mikelberg had gotten a group of us together to discuss the Pride. And I know the person who lent the flag to the congregation, and he wanted it back, and I mentioned this.
We gathered a group of leaders to have a conversation about what is the best way to demonstrate our pride at Temple.
And so we talked about decals on the front window. We talked about possibly stained glass. And then since the renovation of the temple is under discussion, we thought something in cloth would be better because it would be easier to move it. We wouldn't need natural light. One of the members of the committee had actually found a stained glass window that we really liked, but we decided to sort of use that as inspiration for the wall hanging that we finally have.
My name is Patsy Mallek, and I am a past president of the temple and one of the heads of the temple quilting project. Because of the inspiration and the enthusiasm that the committee had for the Magen with the 6 colors of the rainbow, I went with that and I looked into my own stash, which is considerable. You can ask my husband. I have a lot of fabric, and I cut a zillion 2.5-inch strips and then fitted it together in something that's adapted from the log cabin pattern that's very standard in quilting squares. And then when it was all done and laid out on the white banner, I thought it absolutely needs to have a frame. And at this point, I realized I could frame it on the same rainbow theme, but including the lime green and the turquoise and the pink and the colors that weren't in the Magen David itself. And that was my little personal touch.
And it was amazing to come together to collaborate, to dream, and to think about how do we blend both our commitment to pride, to inclusion, with our commitment, our pride to Jewish values. And how amazing to use art as the venue to bring these two passions together to create in these beautiful ways.
I'm really impressed with what Patsy created for us in terms of the workmanship. It's a visible sign of the presence of gay, lesbian, trans people as part of the congregation, because occasionally in the past when we've organized a Pride event, one hears the question, why do we need to have Pride celebrations? Because we're an inclusive congregation.
Sometimes actions speak louder than words, and there's our action. We don't know who will notice that beautiful flag in our front lobby and whose lives it will change because we have that there. There was nothing like that when our children were growing up. And while they felt a certain sense of welcoming at Temple, our older daughter would say she was never sure that Temple or any synagogue would have a place for her. And this makes a point of illustrating that there is a place for her and everybody else to join at Temple.